Hi, you guys. I hope you're having a great weekend. So, I am using a 12 by 12 inch canvas today, and this is my base paint, obviously, and it is just apple barrel white mixed 1-to-1 with Floetrol. No water, no oil, just paint and Floetrol 1-to-1. And here I am just spreading it out relatively on the thin side because I am doing a string pull today, and I want to make sure that I have a wet canvas, but I don't want too much paint because it will pull and cause me problems. So just getting this all smoothed out as even and thin as possible. And I'm popping those air bubbles real quick. Now I'm taking my black, which is apple barrel black mixed 1-to-1 with Floetrol. And I'm just like drawing in a line because I'm going to be laying my paint soaked strings, which are here to the side, directly into the black. And I'm laying them 2 by 2. You'll see. So I have 2 strings like clumped together. And just pull those through. And I did have a little too much paint on my canvas, so now I have to pull some paint out of the middle because my background got a little dirty with that. I have to fix it, but that's okay. And I got another yarn wet with some green paint to pull through to elongate the tip there of that feather. And then I used a bamboo skewer and pulled through, what is it, a stem for the feather? I don't know what you call that. So now I am laying down the other side of the heart, and this time when I put the paint soaked yarn into the black outline area, I'm going to start it at the bottom instead of the top like I did on the other side, because I want the feathers to be facing in opposite directions. So this one will have the tip of the feather at the bottom of the heart, while the other feather has the stem of the feather at the bottom. So it's just cute, I think. And correcting that side, pulling the stem through, getting some yarn and fixing this tip here. And now I've got to correct this little black area right here that is just not pretty. And I gotta go through and do like some other corrections on it. Just some little spots that I didn't like. Just kind of fixing the composition. You guys, I trimmed this down so much. It's on, I don't know what speed. It was gonna be almost 40-minute video if I didn't speed it up. So I'm glad I did that. Now right here I had scooped off some of the white there, and I was just adding back a little bit back in and like evening that back out. Fixing the tip of this feather here. Erasing this little piece right here where I went a little wild with that piece of yarn. And now I am going in with my black paint and darkening the stem of the feathers. And I wasn't sure if I should do this or not because it would be really, I knew it would be very obvious if I did it. It would be a drastic change. And I'm glad that I did it. For one thing, I like the way it looks. But the other reason that I'm glad that I did it is because it caused some really cool cells. There were some spots in the middle of the feathers where the paint was a little bit thicker and there wasn't as many cells there. So when I went through with the black, it like caused a bunch of cells towards the middle of the feathers, and they're beautiful cells actually. So I'm just correcting that little area, scooping out more paint, and fixing it. I have to scoop the paint out if it's dirty, and then I go back in with plain white. Just really spent so much time perfecting it. And now I'm hitting it with the blowtorch to bring up cells because I really did want the cells and webbing, lacing, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm fixing this little area and I'm very, very happy with it. Go into slow-mo. Look at that, you guys. That color shift paint. 3 colors of color shift paint plus Folk Art Gold. It's pretty sexy. I love it. I love it. And of course I'll do a flyover on that when I get there. I'm gonna do these coasters real quick and then we'll do those flyovers at the same time. So I'm laying out 4 coasters, going on in with my white base coat, making sure that's not too thick. We've learned our lesson. So now I'm going in with my black and laying down that initial line to lay my paint soaked yarn into. And I'm laying it out in a deliberate way so that the feather pretty much fits the entire 4 tiles. And it got a little twisted there. So I love the way it's like going off the side right there. Like the feather fits perfectly on the tiles. I love the look of it. So now I'm just kind of working on the tip of the feather to make it prettier on this end. Kind of changing the angle of it here and the angle on this side. because I don't mind the tip going off the end like that. I just wanted to narrow the tip a little bit so that the feather was mostly on the tile, obviously, of course. So now I am pulling out little hairs or whatever you want to call it towards the tip there, and I'm working on the composition here at the tip too. I have this super sped up as you can see, and fixing this little spot here. And making it just a little bit thicker. Adding in just a little bit more of that green here. And a little bit more of the red. And now I'm torching it to bring out some cells. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Here's the flyover of the coaster set. Look at that color shift paint. It is magnificent. I love it so much. And here's the painting. You guys, thank you so much for your support. Make sure you come back and see me. Bye.